fee onto the person
Yeah.
Right.
developing.
Right.
So it
Onto
wouldn't
the
really be a fee for the town. Okay? But this is an agreement that you're gonna allow the planner and the planning board to review all subdivisions that come into the town on
Right.
behalf of the town.
We need,
It's not a matter of them approving,
that would be to us.
yes, it would eventually be to you. But
Right.
if you find that they've fulfilled all those subdivision requirements and all the service requirements, okay?
Then our
But it does go
decision
through
would
the
be more
county, yeah.
knowledgeable.
Yes.
But it does go through Forest and Plan
Right.
Board before
Right.
it comes to us.
Right. Right now, it's become an issue because Mr. Fendler had approached about putting those trailer
Right.
houses in
Mhm.
on his property. He's inside the town limits. We've referred him to the planning board. Okay, it's gonna be a minor subdivision, it's not gonna be major that I know of. And he's started that process, but came up with the planner, because they contract with the planner, and they're going, okay, you don't have an interlocal in place, they're asking you to sign an interlocal.
Do we have to have that public hearings if he wants to put that, because it's gonna be manufactured homes and it's zoned residential?
He says, is it residential B? It's B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then manufactured homes are okay in B. Yeah.
Just as long as it's
But
listed. in
I'm
the
just
contract.
saying, I'd ask you to sign this interlocal, we can get it to the county
Mhm.
and see if it's okay with them and that will satisfy them for getting on board with the plan.
I think it's a good idea. And pass that along to the,
so I'll need a motion.
well, let me ask one question
Okay.
before.
All right?
If a prospective subdivision builder moves in, asks us to
Allow the development.
allow the development, we turn it over to them, and the guy backs out, do we pay?
Well, the fee would be paid to start, it's an application fee.
So he would pay that before we even started the process?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we wouldn't be holding the bag.
Right,
Okay.
because the
No.
fees usually fall on the developer.
Okay.
Now, if the county comes back and says we want more money, then this interlocal obviously won't be signed, okay? But this is a proposal, please, and sign it as written, and then they can say, no, we want more than just the subdivision planner's fee. If they do, then we'll have to come back to the table on it,
So,
Then renegotiate with
Yeah.
the builder
with the county.
or with the county.
so do we need a motion on that tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to get this rolling and get it to the county for their consideration. They know it's coming.
Okay.
And this is, I make a motion to approve the interlocal agreement with the county.
Mhm.
I'll say-
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to approve the interlocal agreement with the county. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, I'll send some of these people that don't want to-
No.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Schuma, we are to you.
Finally.
Finally, he's been here all night.
We should change.
James is petitioning for he has an application in for a permit to an extension on his garage. Nate, have you looked at his garage?
Yeah.
I've been over looked at it. Tim, have you looked at it? Bill, have you looked at it? Okay, so everybody seems to know.
I think it's okay to go ahead.
So,
Is
yea
there
or
a
nay,
motion
guys?
then?
Yeah, you need a motion.
Need a motion?
With
Yes, to approve the permit, the zoning application.
Move that we approve this permit.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the application for zoning and permit, and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Schuman, you're good to go.
Okay, do you need anything else from me?
I don't think
That's
so.
a pretty expensive one.
I think that,
It's pretty.
One thing you might want to be concerned about. The statement was made that you take a directional bore machine and you put in the ground here, and you go over to that wall. If I own this ground right here, I don't own where it started and where it's coming up from. And you bore underneath my ground, you're in big trouble.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
see,
really
the
talking
property we're talking about is owned by the same person.
You still might need an easement.
Well, that's what
Well,
we're
that's what
talking
we
Mike
talked to
about,
Mike
yeah,
about. He owns it from where we want, or to where we want.
to the property line of the top,
So-
yeah.
We're going to cover that with.
If he can, gets back in touch with us as soon as he comes. But
We're good to go.
you're good to go.
Thank you.
Okay. Correspondence. No correspondence. Okay. Ordinance revisions. Is there any comment on revisions? Okay, so we are, the proposed revisions, and this is second reading. Hope, I'm gonna
Yes.
leave this up to you.
This is only going to be second readings and only one first reading tonight.
Okay, I was gonna give you the option, no first readings tonight.
No, but I just wanted to clear up the one,
Okay.
because it had already been on first reading, and you weren't here at the last meeting.
Okay.
Ordinance number 513, an ordinance repealing Fromberg Code Section 2-2-01, appointment of a building inspector, 2-2-02, duties of building inspector, 2-2-03, powers of building inspector, as the town does not have the money to hire and employ a certified building inspector. The state has certified building inspectors who the town could pay on an individual basis to inspect a non-conforming building. Be it enacted by the Fromberg Town Council, Fromberg Code Sections 2-2-01, 2-2-02, 2-2-03 are hereby repealed. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after passage and approval on second reading tonight.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 513.
Second.
Have a motion.
Can we just,
Back
One
to
second.
the-
please? Go ahead, thank you.
So I have a motion and a second to repeal Title II, Administration of Personnel, ordinance repealing from the Code 2-201, 2-202, and 2-203. All in favor?
All right.
So,
An ordinance, this is ordinance number 514, an ordinance adding Fromberg Code Section 2-2-01, qualifications of mayor. Being enacted by the Fromberg Town Council, Fromberg Code Section 2-2-01, qualifications of mayor is hereby added to the town code. 2-2-01, qualifications of mayor. Person is not eligible for the office of mayor unless at the time of the election, a person is at least 21 years old, has been a resident of the state for at least 3 years, and a resident of for at least 2 years in the town of Fromberg or any area that has been annexed by the town. The office of mayor is considered vacant if the individual elected as mayor ceases to be a resident of the town of Fromberg. This refers to State Code MCA 7-4-4301, qualifications for mayor. It would take effect after this general election, since in the past it was, I think, 60 days for residency. So this would take effect after this general election, since everybody applied for this general and to put their names in for this general.
It was 2 years, they want to change it to 60 days, just went back to state.
Yeah.
It's 2 years for this election anyway.
So how are we able, if it's 2 years by the state law, how are we able to offer 6 months to start with?
60
Or
days,
60 days to start with?
because you can be more restrictive, you can't be less restrictive than state law.
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
And at the time, the council, we've been through this with the district court, okay? And there was a specific statute that allows for a council to be 60 days.
Right.
So, yes, up until that point, you can be more restricted.
Okay.
But I'm proposing that you be consistent with state law.
I agree. It was a source of trouble when it was first read to me.
And why I say it asks, again, after the general this takes effect is because everybody has put their name in under the current restrictions, okay? And that would be 60 days.
No, that would be 2 years. We were changing it to 60 days.
No, see, there was never qualifications for mayor. It was qualifications for elected officials, okay? In general, and there was no specification, all right? It was different for the council. Anyway,
I'm make a motion to accept. It's ordinance number 514 as written.
No, second it.
Okay, a motion and a second to revise ordinance number
Approve.
514, mayor, ordinance adding Cronberg Code Section 20201, qualification of mayor. All in favor?
Aye.
ordinance number 515, an ordinance adding Fromberg Code Section 2-2-02, term of office, being enacted by the Fromberg Town Council, Fromberg Code Section 2-2-02, term of office is hereby added to the town code. 2-2-02, term of office. The mayor shall hold office for a term of 4 years and until qualification of a successor. This reflects state law 7-4-4302. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after passage and approval on second reading.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 515 as written.
Second.
I have a motion to approve ordinance number 515 and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance number 516, an ordinance adding Fromberg Code Section 2-2-03, powers of mayor, being enacted by the Fromberg Town Council, Fromberg Code Section 2-2-03, powers of mayor, is hereby added to the town code. 2-2-03, powers of mayor. The mayor is the chief executive officer of the town of Fromberg and has power to number, 1, nominate, and with the consent of the council, appoint all non-elected officers of the town provided for by the council, except as provided in MCA Title 7. Number 2, suspend and, with the consent of the council, remove any non-elective officer, stating in the suspension or removal the cause for the removal and following the procedure set forth in 2-1-06. Number 3, supervise the discharge of official duty by all subordinate officers. Number 4, require of any officers of the town an exhibit of the officers' books and papers. And number 5, require that the governor call out the militia to aid the mayor in suppressing riots or other disorderly conduct, preventing and extinguishing fires, securing the peace and safety of the town, or carrying into effect any law or ordinance. This reflects the requirements of state law, MCA 7-4-4303. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after passage and approval on second reading.
Is that pretty much the state law for
Yes.
beta?
Yes.
I make a motion we approve ordinance 516 as written.
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion to approve ordinance 516 as written and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ordinance number 517, an ordinance adding Fromberg Code Section 2-2-04, mayor as presiding officer, being enacted by the Fromberg Town Council. Fromberg Code Section 2-2-04, mayor as presiding officer, is hereby added to the town code. 2-2-04, mayor as presiding officer of council. The mayor, as the presiding officer of the council, must sign the journal minutes thereof and all warrants of the municipal treasurer and decide by his or her vote all ties. Mayor has no other vote. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after passage and approval on second reading, which is tonight.
Motion to approve ordinance 517.
Second that?
A motion to approve ordinance number 517 as written in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance number 518, an ordinance adding and renumbering Fromberg Code Section 2-5-01. Qualifications of aldermen. Being enacted by the Fromberg Town Council, Fromberg Code Section 2-5-01, qualifications of aldermen is hereby amended and renumbered as follows. 2-3-01, qualifications of council members. The person is not eligible for the office of town council member unless the person is the resident of the town of Fromberg for at least 60 days preceding the election to office. This reflects prior code 2-5-01 and MCA 7-4-4401.
Make a motion to accept ordinance number 518 as written.
A second.
Okay, a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 518 as written. All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance number 519, an ordinance amending and renumbering Fromberg Code Section 2-5-04 quorum to add statutory requirements. Being enacted by the Fromberg Town Council, Fromberg Code Section 2-5-04 quorum is hereby amended and renumbered as follows. 2-3-04 conduct of council business. Number 1, a majority of the elected officers of the council present at the meeting shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of business. A lesser number may meet and adjourn to any time stated and may compel the attendance of absent members under such rules and penalties as the council may prescribe. Council members must be present to vote on any motion. Number 2, the ayes and nays must be called and reported on the final passage of any ordinance, bylaw, resolution of the making of any contract. The voting on the election or appointment of an officer may be viva voce, that means by voice. Majority of the whole number of the members elected is required to appoint or elect an officer, and such vote must be recorded. This reflects prior code and MCA 7-5-4121. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after passage and approval on second reading.